Will the Federal Aviation Administration ground the 5G revolution? Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. The fantastic promise of 5G, the fifth generation in cellular mobile communications, is ready to be realized. But incredibly, the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, has recently been throwing up baseless obstacles. The stakes are beyond imagination. 5G will have average speeds up to 16 times faster than 4G. It'll enable the Internet of Things, remote medical care, driverless vehicles, drones, smart devices, and so much more. It will spawn whole new industries. It will enormously increase the standard of living for everyone. The big obstacle for fully unleashing 5G has been the lack of sufficient spectrum for wireless use. But the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, and the telecom industry both recognized there was enormous unused capacity in the so-called C-band spectrum, which years ago had been set aside for satellite operators. Why not liberate this spare space and let it be utilized to develop and fully realize the vast potential of 5G? We are in a race with China to be the technological leader in this absolutely crucial arena. The key to liberating this capacity was to make sure that 5G wouldn't interfere with other uses, primarily aviation. Most specifically, having buffers so that 5G usage wouldn't interfere with airplane radio altimeters, which measure the distance from the ground. As a super precaution, the FCC established a buffer that would be more than twice what engineers concluded would prevent any interference. Real-world experience more than backs up the FCC here. For example, Japan, with smaller 5G guard bands than what the FCC proposes, has seen no impact at all on aviation. Nearly 40 other countries operate 5G and C-band spectrum with no airline interference. So properly done, opening this spectrum to 5G poses no safety issues. A year ago, the FCC auctioned off this spectrum to wireless carriers for $80 billion. Verizon and AT&T also paid more billions of dollars to buy the necessary equipment and lease space on towers. Thousands of their people worked around the clock to get everything ready to begin deployment on December 5th. But suddenly, just weeks before the launch, the FAA raised baseless safety concerns. Why? This agency decided to engage in an ugly bureaucratic power grab. It wanted to control the 5G rollout rather than the FCC. AT&T and Verizon postponed the rollout to January 5th to answer the FAA's bogus issues. But the FAA then demanded even more concessions. The wireless carriers said no, January 19th would be it. As a face-saver for the FAA, they agreed to certain conditions at various airports until this July. The FAA may be tempted, however, to pull another power-grabbing stunt. For all of our sakes, this must be firmly resisted. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions. I look forward to being with you soon again.